you!
Yes, you! If you like what you see, please hit the like, subscribe, share button, click the bell to all notifications on if you want to know every single time I upload. I play video games, I do funny videos, I am an absolute crazy ranting crazy person. Please share to Twitter, Facebook, Blogger. I still don't know what the crap Blogger is. And enjoy the video. I just watched the South Park Great Cough Cough Toilet Paper Shortage Special. I have some thoughts. Hello everyone, I am Mecha Random 42, the one, the only, the original, your favorite YouTube consumer advocate, Harpy, big South Park fan, have been for, since it's been on. They are a home state sort of representation for me anyway, and at least my train of thought for the most part. Does that make sense? No, it probably doesn't. It's hard for me to remember and review things, especially when, well, I don't absolutely hate and despise every single minute of them. That's why I brought in some backup for this one. Who are you? Why are you here?
Hi, I'm Robot Shlomo from Midnight Edge After Dark, my own channel, Robot Shlomo, and I am here because I too have watched the South Park Great Toilet Paper Shortage Special.
Now, I pulled up an article here from Deadline about the ratings being the best in 7 years. I'm not surprised. I think everybody wanted to see what the South Park guys had to say about, everything that's been going on this year. Everything from, just being home to Zoom calls to all these things that we are now dealing with in our day-to-day life that we're trying our best to censor ourselves around from saying. So, yeah. Oh, are you a South Park fan?
Yeah, I'm a very big South Park fan since the very beginning, and their humor's only gotten sharper as the years have gone on.
Mm-hmm. They have a way, at least for me, of pointing out the ridiculousness of the world through kind of just taking a step back and looking, oh yeah, we're all a bunch of dummies. We're all a bunch of idiots. We all do a bunch of silly things. And it takes shots at everybody and nobody specific at the same time. It's a great way to say, hey, I can identify with this or I can identify with that. And, as we get into the review here, I think you'll see what I'm talking about.
Well, they take everything is fair game for them. That's their secret. Mm-hmm. Everything is fair game. They pull no punches, and they're fearless in the way they approach satire, what you need to be. They're not afraid of cancel culture. They're not afraid of people on the left or people on the right, and whatever it is. I mean, they. And that's why whatever they do is so poignant. Mm-hmm. And so,
it's inclusive, isn't it? In a lot of ways, because you can be on either side and you can still kind of laugh and say, yeah, you know what? That's true. That is true about us. That is true about our side, whichever side you might be on.
Yeah, because it's presented through the lens of humor. I mean, that's why.
So I was digging, and I, for the life of me, could not really find a bad review other than some of the jokes weren't super funny wall-to-wall laughs. But this was a special. We're dealing with some serious topics in the show. And, well, did you want to recap it?
Well, it's more, some of the jokes weren't, all the jokes weren't as funny, but they were thought-provoking, a lot of it. Mm-hmm. That's the thing. So, they're dealing with the you know what, and Randy is making a killing, Integrity Farms weed, and it turns out he went to China and he brought back something, and
a cough of some sort, or an illness, I guess you should say.
Yes, a malady, malady. Passed on from a bat and from a pangolin. It was from a pangolin, and Mickey Mouse was gonna have Randy whacked because Disney's losing a ton of money. I mean, they spared no.
Oh, they take shots at Disney with the Mulan stuff. That's what happens when you sell your soul to basically.
Good night, everybody.
You get a bunch of ringing people here. They played down a lot of the ringing people, but they really took a lot of important, I think, looks at all of us in this whole situation. A lot of I don't know how else to say it.
So obviously, Mr. Garrison is a stand-in for, you know who, and
The Orange Man.
because of the great toilet paper shortage affects certain people that he doesn't like, he's willing to let it run rampant. And so there's this thing at the end where Randy has captured stolen the pangolin out of a lab. Then he goes to give it back, and then Cartman is about to kill it, and they talk Cartman out of it, and he gives it to the scientist, and then Mr. Garrison comes in with a flamethrower and burns them all up because he's the one. He's the guy that's benefiting from the chaos the most. There's a reason why this is the best ratings for it in years, because like I said, this is actually probably one of the better long form episodes they've done since they did the movie.
Yeah, that's what this reminds me of, because it even starts off with a musical number with Cartman singing about how much he loves social distancing and because this is Cartman we're talking about. He loves staying home. He's screwing off on their school Zoom calls. He makes it so he can just put a picture of himself frozen there, so he can just go and do whatever and sleep in all day and be crappy to his mother like he always is.
Yeah,
and he absolutely loves this. But then he get news, oh no, they're going back to school. But because they're going, they end up going back to school, there's all these measures put in place. The teachers aren't safe, so they don't want to be there. But, guess who have recently been defunded and put out of work? The local
police. The local police.
So they end up teaching these kids.
They end up teaching the kids, yeah, and they quarantine the students because they shot Token.
Well, no. It was due to the cough. Because
they shot him because of.
Good night, everybody.
Well, had the cough not been in place, they would not have been there. If it weren't for, it was for the complications due to the cough being a thing and having their teachers not be there, that the local South Park cops were able to come in. So yeah, they shot Token just because Kyle and Cartman were fighting, and Cartman, of course, pulls a Cartman. He's flipping out. They have to force him in class to even go to class because he was loving the social distancing. He had a stick he could beat people with. It was great, and he was loving it. But he's like, no, don't put me in. So he flips out, starts coughing all over Kyle. Kyle flips out, punches him. It was so hilarious. And then of course the cops, are going to draw their guns because this is South Park and they're exaggerating everything. And of course, what's Token there for? But to be the allegory for all of that. That's why he's named Token in the first place. So they quarantine the kids, and then Stan ends up flipping out because he wants to protect Butters. Butters wanted to do a Build-A-Bear. Butters isn't taking it very well, but in reality, it's just Stan is flipping out. So the last possible straw was when Stan sees Butters getting, basically punished for wanting to build a bear and not being able to break out and build a bear. The cop teacher police guys get him and they pull him away, and Stan's like, no, we gotta break him out of here. So Stan breaks out. They go to the Build-A-Bear place. They have an appointment even. The guys are like, oh no, well, due to this other stuff that's going on with Randy and his pangolin and his whatever. That's where the two stories meet up. There's two stories in this one. So that's kind of the last straw, and Stan sort of flips out and loses. He's like, enough, I'm not following any rules anymore, I'm done with this. And then we see this whole like the thing with people with masks, some of them wearing around their chins, some like the chin diapers. That's great. So we had this sort of side sort of story. It's like a third plot here about the people with the face coverings, we shall say, trying to be better than everybody else because they care more.
It's some sharp commentary.
I tweeted out, okay, to sum up the South Park Cough special, the theme of 2020 is about trying to look like you care more about others than other people do, by at the same time hurting others unintentionally. Oh, and it's okay to admit you just needed an excuse to let off some steam. That was the moral of the story that I got. Because Stan basically flips out and he's like, yeah, I just wanted to feel like things were going to go back to normal. And he couldn't take it and he flipped out. And I think that's one of the big morals of the story that I see. That's a lot of the virtue signaling I see, is that people are going around trying to look like they care. And there's a big speech in there. It's like, yeah, nobody cares more or less than other people. We all are in this together. We all actually give a crap, and we're just trying to rule and authority other people into looking like we care more than they do, so we can feel superior. Is kind of how it came off to me. Is that kind of how it came off to you?
Yeah, it did. Yeah, people trying to, I don't want to I don't want to say false concern, but they're trying to appear. It's all very much virtue signaling. It really all is. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the wearing the mask makes me virtuous. Doing this makes me virtuous. Doing that makes me virtuous. It's how big your virtue signal is, really. Mm-hmm. Look, I'm morally superior to you.
And the whole kicker with like Stan's dad's business. He makes these special
smoke weed every day.
The weed, we can say weed. I can talk about that. He makes a special weed. Isn't that funny? I can talk about weed, but the other thing will get flagged, right? That's the fun part. So he makes this special weed, and people are like, nobody needs this right now. Nobody wants this right now. But people clearly do, because people are like, hey, they're throwing themselves at the car trying to buy it from him. So people clearly want this. So this is kind of Trey Parker, I think, and Matt Stone going in and saying, we feel kind of bad about. That's the way I took it. Like, they kind of feel bad that they're doing it, but at the same time people want it, but the other time on the other side some people don't and are saying, oh, it's too soon, you shouldn't be doing this. And I think this is exactly what we need to do, and realize that, oh yeah, since we've all been kind of separated from each other, we are still all kind of going through all the same things, and it feels more amplified, and it feels more intense, and it feels bigger and crazier than it actually can be sometimes, depending on your circumstances. Of course, I don't want to minimize anything, obviously, not trying to do that, but yeah, when this is all you have to focus on, that's all you can focus on. And yeah, sometimes you snap from it, and that's not being an isterophobe to say it. That's not being insensitive to people who are going through a different experience to say this, and expecting everybody to handle every single circumstance in this unprecedented time, quote, is kind of insensitive in itself. It's insensitive in itself. Some people are going to be able to snap right back and be fine. Some people are going to be able to be, humorous and poke fun at things, and it'll seem really insensitive to some people. Some people are going to go out of their way to look at and do everything in their power to show how much they care. Who's morally superior anyway? I guess is the question. And that's what it really, really poses on South Park. Is like, who is morally superior? Do you know?
No, I don't.
That's the thing. It's like we're kind of like, yeah, we're kind of know we're better than we were before, I guess. Because we're human. Damn it, we're human. But I enjoyed the special, and I laughed at it. There was a lot of funny moments. The reveal when the cops come in is a laugh out loud. I watched it twice every time. When, who's going to teach the students? Pan over to just the timing is perfect. It's not wall-to-wall joke, funny, but I think it's important, poignant, satirical.
Very thought-provoking.
And that's sometimes I really, really like that in my entertainment, especially when the entertainment I usually go to just to be distracted from day-to-day life and stuff is all, you're bad and we're better than you, and you're bad because you didn't buy our product and you didn't compliment this character even though they're a crap character, and ist and faux. And I get tired of it. I get really, really tired of it. I get tired of hearing the complaints. I get tired of being insulted for my appearance on a daily basis. I get tired of it. It gets old. So,
all right.
What's your score?
Well,
What's your score?
I give it a good 4 Chewbaccas.
Out of what?
Out of 6.
Out of 6.
Because, like I said, there's 5 Chewbaccas, but there is a 6th Chewbacca for anything that's so awesome that 5 cannot contain them. So this is good. So I give it a good 4 Chewbacca. 3.5, maybe 4. Maybe 4 Chewbaccas. I think 4 Chewbaccas. Thoroughly entertaining.
Oh yeah, very entertaining. It held my attention 2 times through. I hate giving like good things 8 out of 10s. So, I'm going to go 9. I'm going to go 9 because it wasn't wall to wall funny. But South Park hasn't, like, every single episode of South Park isn't funny. I gave the game Fractured But Whole a pretty high score. I think it was my second favorite game of the year it came out, back when I was still a gaming channel back then. That's kind of where this is. It's like, it's almost perfect, but not quite, because it could have been a little funnier here and there. But I think it didn't have to be. And like I opened the video with, I couldn't even find negative reviews. Other than pretty much what I just said. And nobody had negative reviews. It's the highest ratings in years. People want this. People need this. People really need this. People need a way to look at both sides and step outside of the tribalism. Step outside of the, oh, well, my side is more righteous than your side because. And there's a lot of, and we're going to get back at because of stuff that hopefully we can kind of grow out of soon. But who knows, right? Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. My voice is going out. I'm so sorry. I am Mecha Random 42. Who are you?
And I'm going down to the South Park. Gonna have myself a time.
He didn't know Casa Bonita was real.
I was amazed.
Eric Cartman ate there. Now I wish we would have gone in.
My worldview is shattered.
Casa Bonita is a real place. I don't know if it still is anymore. I think it might have gotten shut down because of the... We'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!
Was it worth it?
Totally.